Hello Australia, welcome to another Big Couch. I hope you can stick around for the next hour, episode 733. On the show today, RAC Arena's Marika Bailey's in to talk about the events that are coming up this month. Talking customer service with Chris Moyer and Nisha. Later we go to the Maldives. We talk about the Maldives with Steve Collins and Nisha. Talking music with Demelza Leonard. Talking entertainment with Alexander Sacosta. Talking fit, another fit segment with Club Fiesta and Hala and the girls. And talking RSPCA for the first time, Louise Rowe joins us on the couch later today. Hope you can stick around. It's going to be a big show. 7:33 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. You can see it from your house. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch.
I just can't control myself. I'm such a good singer. No, cameras say no. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are around Australia. I hope you've had a great week. It is Sunday fun day. And here you are on the couch for episode 733. Lots of people to talk to today. We're going to get straight into it because I'm so keen to talk to Marika Bailey from RAC Arena. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here, as always.
Thank you.
Coming up to Christmas. Can you believe it's September next week?
It's ridiculous. I mean, you scare me that you said that, but yeah, it's true. It's not far away, right?
September, October, November, December. And big plans. I hope lots of people are thinking that way. We need to sort of put this year behind us and have a bit of fun at the end of this year. But there's lots of events coming up at RAC Arena.
Yeah, so much.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you've got the Hilltop. Is it the Hilltop Hoods?
Hilltop Hoods, yeah.
How good are they? It's 17th of September. What's that all about?
So
they've got some vision
this
as
is
well.
the third time that they're returning to the arena. They're an Australian hip-hop band. They're coming on the 17th of September. Tickets are $104.55.
That's good.
And they'll be supported by AB Original.
You can see them on the screen right now. So there's only one show, 17th of September.
Yep.
We would love you to go there. It is the Hilltop Hoods. I haven't heard from them, but I'm old.
They have been around for a while, but I guess if you don't like that particular type of music, then you're probably not going to be aware of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are they hip-hop and rap?
Yeah, Australian hip-hop.
So your
They're from
type of
Adelaide.
music.
Yeah.
Now, look, they are fantastic, well known around Australia, and we've only got them here for one night. So please buy your tickets now.
Yes.
The Script are coming on the 20th of September. Now, I know the Script.
Yeah,
But
Irish
I just
lads.
never read it.
Yeah, yeah, right. Okay, cool. Two types of scripts. I mean, unaware of either. So they're coming the 20th of September. The tickets are $59.90 to $112.65.
Now, we can see them now on screen as well. They're a fantastic band.
Yeah.
Very well supported,
Yeah.
very well known around Australia. Now, again, only one show, Marika?
Yeah, and it's their greatest hits. So it's sort of a selection of everything
All your
from the
favourite
last
songs.
albums. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's going to be at RAC Arena as well. What a wonderful, wonderful venue to have it at. Billie Eilish, I'll never get her name wrong again. 29th and 30th, only 2 shows in September.
Yeah, well, 2 shows for her, and they're selling really, really well. So definitely get in fast for those remaining tickets.
What do people love about Billie Eilish, do you reckon? I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I love her music. I love the type of things that she talks about. And she's kind of quirky, isn't she? She's like a little bit random, but
So-
it keeps it interesting.
So if you love Billie Eilish, this is the opportunity. Stop whinging, buy your tickets now. 29th and 30th of September. 2 shows only.
Yep.
So they will sell out very, very quickly.
They're very close to, so I wouldn't sort of mess about.
Now the Perth Wildcats.
Yeah.
We cannot wait. Starts again on the 20th. Is it the 20th of the 2nd, 23? The new season?
Yeah, so the new season starts on the 2nd of October.
2nd of October,
Yeah,
sorry,
against the
next year.
Brisbane Bullets.
Yep.
Yeah, and so they're sort of back to their regular programming of October, which has been a couple of years of disruption to the season.
Oh, I've got it wrong. It's 2022-2023 season.
Yes.
So it starts October this year. For those people to be clear,
Yes.
we need you to buy your tickets now.
Yes.
And they run through until next year, which is March.
October to March. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now I've got it right.
Yes.
Now the Wildcats, of course, that's their home.
Yes.
the
Yeah,
home
has
arena.
been for a number of years now.
And it is such a wonderful venue. You can buy food. Can you get corporate boxes still?
Yeah, they sell it pretty quickly. You organise that through the club themselves, but they're in high demand. So
Well, there you go. For those people at home wanting a corporate box, get
in
it
there.
through the club, through the Wildcats. But for those other people like you and me, Marika,
Yeah.
we need to get our tickets now online. You can buy to the games, of course, starting in October. You'd want to get in September if you want your tickets.
yeah, so the tickets aren't on sale yet, but they will be in a number of weeks. But memberships are on sale, and
Beautiful.
the corporate products are. So but general public will be coming.
And
in a
have
couple
they got a
of weeks.
new owner now? Is there a lot of new stuff there happening with the Wildcats, isn't there?
Last season they got a new owner, so this is the second season for the new owner, but they do have a new coach.
And there's still the amazing team that wins a lot of games and hopefully a grand final.
Hopefully,
Well
let's bring
done.
it home.
Now, Telethon is coming. We touched on this last time you were on.
Yeah.
Coming on the 22nd and 23rd of October.
Yes.
All the stuff that we used to remember with Telethon is now going to be happening at RSC Arena.
Yeah, and it's going to be a 26-hour broadcast from the Saturday evening through to the Sunday. There's also a family festival happening on Wellington Street, so lots happening.
Now, for those people who didn't get the news brief, they're moving from the convention centre. They've moved to RSC Arena. They went from convention centre to Burswood, or Crown as they call it now, and now to its new home,
Back to
RSC.
the
I think
city
it's
centre.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a more intimate environment there. You've got everything you need there. And how many people can come and buy tickets to the audience, do you reckon?
I think they're still working that out, and tickets aren't on sale yet, so that again is coming in a couple of weeks. But I believe
thousand.
there will be tickets and free tickets and stuff. You just need to
So
sort of
keep an
register
eye.
once it comes out.
Keep an eye either on Telethon or RSC Arena's website,
We'll definitely
because I know
promote it.
people want to come and watch it. And Basil Zemplis will be there for sure
course.
hosting.
And Fat Cat.
Fat Cat
You
will
can't
be there.
forget.
Yes, I can't wait to see Fat Cat.
Yeah.
But lots of things we want you to donate, get involved, and make
Such
it
a good
very
cause.
successful this year.
Exactly.
And that is, of course, on the 22nd and 23rd of October. If you're thinking of going down, keep those dates locked in your diary. Now, you're also celebrating 10 years, as we said a few weeks ago,
Yes.
10-year anniversary
November.
of the RSC Arena opening.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you're going to have a big party as well.
It hasn't quite been worked out yet, but I'm hoping to. I'm planning to.
I reckon a nice party where you invite local TV people and they give them those
Local
really
TV
nice food.
presenters.
Yes, I think so too. And maybe their marketing managers and business development people and
I'll
people
keep
like
that in
yourself.
mind, yes.
And we could go together and represent the state. But
Yep.
10 years is a big time for the arena. It's a wonderful arena.
Yeah, and
and
celebration after a sort of a difficult couple of years.
Now, we're celebrating as well all oil clothing merchandise. Tell us about that. They've made a T-shirt, haven't they?
No, so we've collaborated with Ollie Clothing, which is a Perth.
Ollie, is it? Not
Yeah, Ollie, which is a Perth-based clothing.
OLI.
Yeah, Perth-based clothing company. And so Ollie McDonald is the artist who's designed that for us.
Local artist?
Yes, and so
Beautiful.
it's his shop, and he's designed that for us. And so they're on sale for 10 days and 10 days only.
Do you know how much they are?
$59.99.
That's cheap.
Yeah, yep. So
It's a limited edition.
Yes.
It's
Not to be
our
repeated
arena
again.
on it. You won't get it anywhere
No.
else.
Yep.
So where can they buy it from? Is it from our website?
So as of Monday the 22nd at 9 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time through our website, and only on sale until the 31st of
Limited
August
edition, limited
until
time.
5 p.m. and then you never again. So don't
Again,
miss
the
out.
price is $59.
$59.99.
$60. What a way to support the arena.
Yeah.
It is our local arena. It is a WA-owned arena, so it's not a private company. I think we should get behind it and support it. If you
Yeah,
want one
it's
of
a
these
celebration.
T-shirts, you'll never see anybody else walking around with them.
I mean, hopefully we see a few people,
Well-
but never again.
You've got to say there's only a limited supply.
There is a
so
limited.
everybody
It is a
rushes
limited
in.
edition, never to be
All right, there's
repeated
50
again.
million T-shirts. No, look,
Yeah.
$59.99. Please support the arena. Happy birthday to all the staff there.
Thank
you guys
you.
do an amazing job. The arena has been such a popular addition to WA. They do such great shows there. Even through COVID, can I say, the expert management of the RSC Arena kept it open, kept it viable. You came up with different events. And for those people who are wondering, the $16 parking Monday to Friday is still there. $16. So if you work in the city, $16 Monday to
6
Friday.
a.m. to 6 p.m.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Exactly.
Well done.
Thank you.
Anything else that you wanted to promote?
Oh, I mean, so much, but
Anything
we'll be
else
here
to
all
sell?
day. I know
Any
you've got other
clothes?
people to talk to.
Marika Bailey, of course, part of the RAC Arena. If you want your tickets or you want to find out about those T-shirts, racarena.com.au is the only place you'll find them. And we'd love you to support Ollie Clothing as well. They're doing a great job for us as well, supporting us at the RAC Arena. Thank you, Marika.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll
for having
see
me.
you hopefully for the last show, maybe in October.
God, that's gone quickly, hasn't it?
coming up to Christmas, as
Yeah.
I said. Marika Bailey, RAC Arena, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk customer service now, and over on set 2 is our very own customer service expert, Chris Moyer, with our very own best manager of customer service, Nisha Seth. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Fred. So from the great service of the arena, we're now talking customer service with Chris. Welcome back on the show. You're like our resident expert here.
Thank you, Nisha. Lovely to be back. And it's a really awesome topic that we're going to chat about today.
Yes, looking forward to it. So we know as human beings we can be quite on autopilot sometimes, and you're going to give us some tips, particularly for staff, to try and reduce staff being on autopilot.
Yeah.
But to start off with, what do we mean by autopilot?
Look, this is a massive one, and I was even just thinking just before when Fred was talking about RAC Arena and loving going there during COVID, and I think it's a great example in any organisation, but especially those that have a lot of customers and maybe fewer staff, where you're standing there and you're seeing person after person come in, and all of a sudden autopilot is when you're effectively, you're there with a heartbeat. You're not really adding any, well, no, I wouldn't say adding any value, but you're standing there, you're letting people pass you, or you're talking to people, but it's a very superficial conversation. You're not really connecting at all. You're totally just on autopilot. And that's a massive thing at the moment. I mean, we talked actually while you were on leave recently with Fred about how, managers have got to make sure that they keep their hand on or their foot on the service pulse, but also staff on the front line, they've also got to make sure that they're actually awake and serving.
I can imagine this is important from a number of perspectives. So one is obviously being engaging to your customers, but also from a safety perspective. We know that when we're doing monotonous work or work that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, human nature is that we will do it nearly like when you drive from one place to another. You might not remember the drive, right?
Exactly right, and that's the best actually analogy. I'm so glad you said that. I think everyone can connect to the fact that they can drive to work sometimes and not recall that they went through a green light. I mean, isn't that interesting?
It's a bit scary.
It is. And customers are exactly the same thing as well, that we're serving people and all of a sudden, and I've had these experiences, and it's not just me, it's other people have said this as well, where you can go back to a person that you only spoke to 5 minutes earlier, and they look at you as if they've never seen you before in their life.
Yeah, that's a bit of a concern. I've had that happen to me in stores as well. And you feel like, really takes a personal identity angle sometimes. What can we do though? Because I know that you're the expert here. What are some steps or some tips for staff particularly?
I also think, and just before I want to launch into those, but I think what is interesting is people that are in frontline roles, let's just say, they're at the footy or they're at a stadium or they're at a checkout, they're very quick to, and I don't want to say that, we don't feel what it's like to be in their shoes, but they're very quick to say things like, you don't know what it's like to stand in the one spot all day and do the same thing. But what about you, Nisha, for instance? I mean, how many interviews have you done here on the couch? How many people after me are you going to interview today? Yes. And the thing is, and this is the interesting thing, is that when I look at you interviewing, and I'm sure when the viewers look at you, they'll say, it looks like you're doing this for the first time. Not in terms of being inexperienced, but the first time in terms of you're fresh, you're with it. Yeah. When you get to the last interview today on the couch, I certainly would know, and I've often been the person that you've interviewed last. You're not necessarily like slumped back in the chair. You're like, anyway, Chris, so we're just going to wrap this one up nice and quickly. You're not like that because you're switched on all of the time. And I think, people in frontline roles sometimes would say, well, you don't know what it's like to stand on a checkout. Everybody else has it a lot easier. But I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, Fred just said 733 episodes of The Couch. Each one has to be fresh. So I think a lot of people are in a spot where they have to do the same thing, often scripted over and over and over again, that people say on checkouts or other frontline roles don't have to do.
So you can always find a way to be engaged. So find something you love about every situation.
So let's jump into the tips then. That's a really good point, because I wanted to sort of connect it that we're all in this same boat. So the first thing is, and I think curiosity is an absolute important thing, to just be intrigued by people and intrigued by what they're talking about, or be intrigued to even learn something every single time with someone. Not to say, well, look, I'm here to, hypothetically, let's just use the example, scanning groceries. I mean, okay, you're performing that function, but if I can scan groceries or I can let people through gates, but at the same time at least connect to, I don't know, something that they're wearing, or something that they've done today, or something like that. The list is endless. It's great for the mind. Yes. But I think you have to be curious. You've got to, want to ask an odd question and actually listen to the the answer.
That's the key, active listening as well.
It is. And again, we can use the analogy where, you can speak to someone on a frontline role and they say, hi, how are you? And you can actually try it. And this is a tip for the viewers. You can say to the person next time they say this to you, you can say, oh, look, I'm not doing too well today, actually. And then they'll probably turn around and say,
that's good.
No, they'll say, yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh, that's nice, And it's like, hang on a second. Did you not hear what I just said? So you can clearly see that they're actually not in those moments actually listening or actually interested in the answer, because we are so much on autopilot.
And thinking about the next thing rather than being in the present perhaps as well, right?
That's right, moving on to the next person as well. And sometimes just that short interaction. We've talked on the show a lot more about interactions, but that's just one way, just one of many ways to stay fresh. But there was the questioning, there was listening. I also think that, and this is a fairly big idea, but looking at every single person, or in this case customers, as that unique individual, that every single customer is going to have something about them that may not fit into a policy or a procedure or the reason why someone's there. I think everybody, all customers appear the same, but they're not necessarily all the same as well.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. You can see in people's eyes when you repeat something they may have said a few minutes ago. Like, I think you see astonishment sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
So do you think, like, oh my gosh, they've actually remembered something I said and
that's right. And it's great, actually, yeah, if you remember the name or remember something that they said, or even connect with them from a previous time, the fact that they know that they've been seen before, that's a huge thing, a small thing that goes a long way.
Well, hey, do you know what, Chris? As usual, so many great tips there, particularly around not being on autopilot, which I think is not just a safety risk, but obviously a customer engagement risk for a business.
Totally.
Now, you have a baby, literally hot on its way.
Yes.
So
yes.
On behalf of, the couch, I'm sure Fred will see you shortly as well, but congratulations, how exciting.
Thank you so much. Yes, I cannot wait to...
It's going to be a very lucky baby with good customer service skills.
Oh, I know, but I'm all excited about, literally after this commitment today, I'm officially finished for a bit, so I'll be checking out all of the customer service at St John of God Hospital in Subiaco in the coming days. Watch out. But look, they should be fabulous there, and they were last time too. So
great.
I'm really looking forward to a short break, but thank you for your well wishes.
Well, we know how active you are, regardless of your short breaks. I'm sure people will still want to make contact with you in that time. How do they do that?
Yeah, as long as my wife's not watching this, but I will always keep my emails on, and I'm sure I'll be checking it over the next few weeks. So talk to me about autopilot, chris@chrissmoyer.com, or my website, chrissmoyer.com as well, and you can find me there.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much again, Chris, and we'll see you back on the show very soon.
See you then.
All the best for little cutie arriving.
Thank you, Nisha. We'll bring him in. Thanks.
Thank you. That's perfect. And if you missed any of that, of course, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page as well. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha and Chris. I wonder how many times, Chris, your wife will be saying to you, I'm not feeling well. Chris is like, that's okay. Yeah, that's great. You're having a baby. I wonder if he's good at customer service.
If I wasn't on autopilot, yeah. So I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Maybe earlier on, but not this weekend.
I'm having a baby.
Not this weekend.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
Chris.
Thanks
This
so
is
much.
number 2. And let's hope, is there a target? Maybe 3 or 4 kids?
See how we go.
That's non-committing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. 2's enough. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. Chris will be back very soon on the couch in the next month. And we'll see you on the other side of this break. We'll talk entertainment and music. Welcome back to the couch. Always nice to have your company. Have you been to the Maldives? Would you like to go to the Maldives? Or is it the Maldives? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to talk to our travelling correspondent, of course, our travel guide himself. Steve Collins is here. And today, Nisha is his guest. Over to you.
Well, thank you very, very much, Fred. Yes, for the first time in her life, Nisha, Seth is going to be interrogated because she's just come back from the Maldives. That's how you say it, Fred, Maldives. And when she was there, she went for a bit of a dive under the water as well, I believe. But Nisha, you have had, I was following you on Facebook, you seem to have a fantastic time visiting the Maldives.
I did. It was amazing. And everyone was laughing when I said it was 50-50 work and holiday. They were like, yes, right, Nisha. But I do have some images to actually prove that I was working
Oh, yes, of course
on
you
the
have.
trip.
Yes,
But yeah,
yes.
it was amazing. It was beautiful. So close to Perth too.
Well, it's not all that far from Perth. It's actually in the Indian Ocean. It's southwest of both Sri Lanka and India, about 750 k's from the India mainland. It's an amazing place. It's 1,192 islands, which are sort of spread around 26 atolls. And an atoll is a big lagoon, which has got islands spread around it and coral and all that. And it's actually sitting on top of an underwater mountain. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I believe that after scuba diving, because you see the most beautiful landscape underwater.
Yeah.
Like mountainous as you look forward and deeper. So it's
And
amazing.
also, it is the lowest country in the world because its average height is 2.4 metres above sea level. So it's an amazing place to get to. And you're right. I mean, for us here living in Perth, it's pretty easy to get to the Maldives.
My face dropped a bit then because when I was on the island that we were on, Vadu, we heard that there's probably 10 years until that's underwater because of that reason and because of climate change.
Yeah.
So it may be gone soon, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, yes, but there's not much they can do because they don't have a lot of spare land to build like dikes, for instance, like they did. They've done in the Netherlands. But no, it's an amazing spot. But the airport is interesting because it's got 3 terminals.
Yes.
It's got the international, the domestic, and the seaplane terminal. And if you don't need any of those, then you get out to your island by speedboat. How did you get out to your island?
By speedboat. So, and it's so well organised. When you go into the airport, there's all about 8 to 10 different stalls that you go to, and they're waiting for you. So I found that was a lot of fun, and I had a speedboat of about 12 of us.
Yeah.
I'm a Windian, fellow white Indian. So it was all my people. I loved it. So a lot of Indian people, a lot of Sri Lankan people, obviously.
Yeah.
5 hours from Perth.
A lot of Europeans go there as well.
Absolutely, and then 5 hours to the Maldives. So it's actually only 10 hours in total.
Yeah.
So it was, perfect place to go.
And your island, what island were you on?
Vadu.
Vadu,
So I say
V-A-D-U, is that right?
Yeah, VADOO.
Double O.
And it was Ardaran Prestige, which is one of the well-known, and it's only 10 minutes away. So you literally get in the speedboat, 10 minutes, you're there.
Boom.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about it is because each of these resorts has their own island. I mean, you literally, you don't share the island with anyone else, do you?
No, you don't. 50% occupancy while I was there, only 50 huts. So there were probably around 25 to 40 people on the whole island.
Yeah.
And you literally lap a circle and you go from the scuba centre to the nice beach bar through to, where did I go next? The pool. And then from the pool, there's a lovely lunch place, a bit like a Club Med where you've got everything provided for you.
Yeah.
And then back to your hut. So after 7 days, I was there for 10, I started to get a little bit itchy. I wanted to get off the island.
Well, you told me about this because the resorts don't like visitors, but you got on your jet ski and you invaded another resort, didn't you?
I did. My little friend Booty, and I say little because I'm little and I always call myself little, but he's like a Johnny Depp. He said to me, look, we can't take you by boat to another island, but if you can jet ski, we can go on a 4-hour jet ski cruise. So we basically jet skied around the islands, and I'd highly recommend that to everyone as well. It's a really, really good idea.
You look like you were having a really good time there, Nisha, I have to say. And there's a bit going on at night there, a bit of a party every night.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So we've got a bar actually in Perth called Rodney's, which is similar, but they've got a ship bar. So it's built out of an old ship.
Right.
And then where
there
you
would
saw
be a
there
lot
was
of
a
wrecks
DJ
there, I
floor.
guess, wouldn't there? Yeah.
Oh, what, sorry?
A lot of shipwrecks there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. None you can dive to, though.
Yeah, I know.
Which is unfortunate.
So you enjoyed that. Now, is everything included when you go to one of these resorts?
Yes, so you can have a breakfast, lunch and dinner, or just breakfast and dinner we did, because we found that those meals were large enough to sustain, and then you can buy a drinks package if you feel that's
for
necessary.
me, that would be a good idea. Now, the other thing that you surprised me with this, you went scuba diving whilst you were there.
I did.
Now, did you ever think that you would be scuba diving? Was this part of the plan before you went?
It was, however, I'd never thought about it like a year before. So
Yeah.
some of the other consultants that I was meeting there for the work component, they're all advanced divers. They've
Yeah.
been all around the world. And they said to me, Nish, you'll be fine. You'll do lessons. So we did lessons and it was lovely. It was Summer and Booty, the two dive instructors, were fantastic. So they take you down on these ropes.
Yep.
5 metres, that's me there.
Yeah.
And but with the breathing techniques, it's very good for mindfulness too.
Yeah.
4 in, 4 out. As long as you learn the safety things, it was so easy. And that was my favourite fish.
And you're underwater and you're sort of pretty much weightless when you're underwater.
Yes, yeah.
What's the experience like? Because you're breathing through an aqualung, but I mean, it must be like just floating, is it? It's just a fantastic experience, otherworldly.
It's like nothing else, you know, like we
Yeah.
see these fishies here and you're just amongst it and they're literally right in your
Yeah.
face. It's so beautiful.
And they're colourful because there's so much coral there.
Yeah.
And I bet the waters there are very, very clean.
They're clean and they're warm, so it's a good
Yeah.
place to actually learn, because that's the other thing that can be challenging. I
Yeah.
heard from the other consultants is if you dive somewhere where it's cold, you're not just dealing with breathing when it's
No.
warm. You start to
Because your
constrict.
muscles and all that are affected
Absolutely.
by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to ask you now, out of 10, 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, how many points are you going to give it?
Definitely 10. Definitely 10. And because the people were beautiful there.
Yeah.
So the team were just lovely, all the chefs and all the staff. They became friends, really. And it's kind of, I'm sure we've all had this experience when you go somewhere and you feel like you're a part of the family.
Yeah.
So, it was really quite, I was sad leaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, definitely go back. Highly recommend it.
And what sort of duration would you recommend for someone who's going to go there?
Look, I went for 10 days, which is quite a long time, but part of that was because we were doing work as well, half of the day, and then
work, I
our
forgot
normal
about that.
business psychology practices
Yeah.
we were running as well through online.
Okay.
But what I would say, most people tend to go sort of 5 days.
Yep.
So they'll fly through, stay in Singapore,
So stay
and then...
there for 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days I think is probably a good time. It's
Well,
quite
Nisha-
expensive too.
Nisha Seth, I'm very envious of you because this looked to be like a fantastic holiday. You certainly enjoyed it, didn't
I
you?
did, I loved it, yeah.
Well, Fred, I think we're going to have to do an OB from the Maldives the next time that we go away.
Thank you very much, Steve. Nice to have you on the other side of the set for once, Nisha as well. And Demelza and I were thinking of going to the Maldives, but we were also looking at the Maldives. They both look lovely. I tell you what, one thing. Let me welcome Demelza first. Hello, Demelza. Nice to have you here.
How are you?
You haven't been to the Maldives either, have you?
No, I haven't.
Or
but it looked
Maldives, as Steve
fantastic.
says. Look, I love the idea of going there. I went to New Caledonia, which was a similar design accommodation. Not all the facilities like the Maldives, but
Yeah.
it's not as expensive either. But I think Nisha got a really good deal. But when I got a quote many years ago, it was like $3,000 a night. And that's quite a lot for one person.
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
Maybe they'll do a special now that the pandemic is around. Maybe
Fingers
they'll
crossed.
invite Demelza and me for a freebie.
Why not?
Demelza,
I'll take
why
that.
not? We'll go. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Now, we're talking music today, and I know Olivia Newton-John, what a wonderful talent,
What a
golden
loss,
voice of Australia.
yeah.
Everyone's still talking about her 3 weeks on, and I hope they still
Yeah.
keep talking about her. But what's happened to her returning to the charts?
Yeah, so as with a lot of artists who sadly pass away, people start looking for their music and start listening to their music again. And for the first time in a while, since 2018 actually, her album Hopelessly Devoted, The Hits, has gone top 5 on the ARIA album charts. So this album was released in 2018 and it has Physical, Xanadu and Honestly I Love You. So huge
And Physical,
hits for
is that the
her.
one that made a lot of controversy?
It was the exercise
What was wrong
one
with that? Is it too sexy or something?
I think for that time it was, you know,
What
I
do you
mean, very the Call on Me video, the Eric Prydz
Because
Call on
apparently
Me
she
video.
redid the Physical few years ago.
Yes,
And
there
people
was-
didn't quite... There was some controversy over
It didn't have, I think it just didn't have the appeal that
No.
it did back in the 80s. You know, she was coming off the success of Grease on
Correct.
that. And speaking of Grease, the Grease soundtrack went to number 8 on the ARIA
That
album
is
charts
fantastic,
as well.
isn't it?
So
It's always sad when people become more famous when they pass away. Michael Jackson did it.
Tupac.
Yeah, and what's the guy from Wham?
George Michael.
George Michael.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stars that have been just amazing.
Prince.
The guy from Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
So many people, and may they live on forever
Definitely.
in their music. What's happening with Timberlake?
Timberland and Swizz Beatz. So they're two mega
Who's
producers.
Timberland?
Timberland is a huge producer. He worked with Justin Timberlake in
Oh,
the
so I was
early
close.
2000s. You were very close.
Is that where the name came from,
That's
Timberland?
I
Timberlake?
think that might be where it was from. So The Way I Are was a massive song that came out. So Timberland has
Mm-hmm.
teamed up with Swizz Beatz, who's Alicia Keys' husband, another massive producer.
Mm.
And in 2020, when COVID lockdowns hit, they started this online rap and singing battle of urban artists where you would get, for example, Nelly versus Ludacris, or En Vogue versus Salt and Pepper, or Escape rather. So you had these battles where they would play their music. Babyface and Teddy Riley was another one. And it went huge. It was viral. You had celebrities jumping on the live streams. And so they sold it to Triller, which was a social media app last year. Unfortunately, they're now suing Triller because they haven't made the payments that they needed for it. This is Triller. This is the social media app that we're seeing the vision for here.
So this is different to TokTik?
Very different to TikTok. You
all
almost
these
threw
terms.
me on that one.
TokTik, Bookface.
Bookface. There's a new one.
Insta.
There's a new one called Be Real now.
Oh, dear, not another one. How come they're all exactly the same, just different names?
Well, I actually quite like the Be Real one. It's you snap. We're kind of diverting, but you snap.
Yeah.
When it pings and says time to take a photo, you basically take a photo of what you're doing at that time.
And does it automatically post as soon?
Well,
won't be
you
able to stop
can't
it.
see anyone else's what they're posting unless you've posted first. And you can't use filters. It's literally what you see.
Well,
but
lucky I don't need filters.
yeah, so they are suing Triller.
Yep.
There's no word from their camps in regards to this, and I can't see another versus battle happening whilst all of this is illegal either.
And Taylor Swift's back in the news?
Yeah, Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar. So this year they've both qualified due to their short films based upon their albums. So they are up for Oscar nominations. They haven't got a nomination yet, but they qualify for it. So if they actually get a nomination for their short films, this will be Taylor's first, and it'll be Kendrick Lamar's second Oscar nomination. He was nominated for an Oscar for a song a couple of years ago as well.
Now, I tell you what, I know you've got your top threes coming up. Please
Yep.
tell me that lady Kate Bush is not back in there again.
I'm sorry, I've
Running up the hill.
got some very
They want me
bad
to hurry
news
up
for
and tell
you.
everybody. Let's go to the top three, and of course,
Yes.
number three.
Yeah, coming in at number 3, it is Bad Habits from Steve Lacy. So a brand new entry to the ARIA top 3.
By the way, Abby said we could talk as long as we want.
And at
She's
number
the
2,
boss.
it is Harry Styles, As It Was, which means she's still at number 1.
Can you believe that song is number 1? Any of our young crew, do they love this song? Yeah, Abby says yes. Petrian said yes. Yeah, they're all waving. So is our grandma in the corner doing her knitting, our assistant floor manager there. She does some beautiful knitting, by the way. If anyone wants anything, come through me.
Wow.
I get a commission. No, look, Kate Bush.
Yeah,
How long do you
still.
reckon she can stay there?
I think give it another couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
we're going to see some other hits
Let's hope
coming
there
through.
is other people.
Do you know what? Blackpink just released their track yesterday. So Blackpink is a Korean quartet.
Blackpink.
Blackpink. They have been around for a few years, and they clocked up 81 million views on YouTube with less than 24 hours. So Pink Venom
Fantastic.
is the track. So I think that will hit top 3 at least.
Now, here's a challenge for you. Do you reckon you could ever get an interview on Skype with one of the ABBA people, with Bjorn or Benny?
Look,
to
it's a
talk
lot
about-
it's hard work, but I
I
can at
reckon
least
if anyone can, you
ask.
can. DL Social is how we know you, of course. Demelza Leonard Social. Tell us quickly the other type of work that you do for people.
Yeah, social media and marketing for small businesses.
So if I've got a business and I want to market my business and get it out there on TokTik and all those sort of things, can you help them?
I can, yeah.
And what's your email website?
Website is dlsocial.com.au. Okay, they can head to DL_social on Instagram.
And she's very good. She's been doing it for many years. Don't let the young appearance fool you. And she can dance well as well. And soon she'll be singing some ABBA on the couch. Karaoke on the last show, I reckon. Thank you, Demelza. Always
Thanks,
nice to
Fred.
have you. We're going to talk entertainment coming up after the break. And we're also doing a bit of exercise with the Club Fiesta ladies. See you on the other side of the break. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the couch. Always nice to talk entertainment. And the man is not the one next to me. This is Fat Cat, by the way. So telethon's coming up. You know when Fat Cat's in the house, telethon is just around the corner. But let's introduce the man who is the keeper of Fat Cat today. It is, of course, Alexander Sacosta. Welcome back, Alex.
Thank you, Fred. Always happy to be here.
I love your Fat Cat doll.
Thank you.
He has changed. Why is it that we all get older, but Fat Cat looks younger?
Always 7 years old.
I know. Just like Basil Zemplis. Nice to have you here, by the way. We've got lots to talk about. I put my sheet at the bottom of the pile.
No worries, Fred. I've
But
got
let's
it right
get
here.
straight into
Let's get
it.
straight into it. So let's talk about Jurassic Park. So the most recent one
Yes.
came out, Jurassic Park Dominion. Did you watch it?
I did.
It was
thank you.
terrible.
It was. Well, so was the one before it with all those balls that go on. You know.
Oh, yeah. Ugh,
I didn't
terrible
like it.
movies. But Bryce Dallas Howard was talking about how much she got paid to
Mm-hmm.
be in the most recent ones. And she was saying that how big the pay gap was. Apparently, Chris got $8 million. No, she got $8 million compared to his $10 million to be in the same film.
Isn't this? Didn't
you
they
can see
say
that-
that everything had to be equal these days?
Well, they're saying this, so outwardly it's out there, but then behind the scenes, no. But
Yeah.
Chris Pratt actually did make a deal saying that for all ancillary projects next to it, they would get paid the same. So like voiceovers for video games and
do you know where they
merchandising.
record that? Is actually on a ranch in Hawaii, in Waikiki, and I actually went there.
Wait,
And
those dinosaurs aren't real?
No. Oh. They hide them under the grass and they pop up. That's where they recorded Kong as well. It's such an amazing. If you ever go to Waikiki, go to the ranch. It's amazing. Everyone knows where it is. It's a beautiful ranch. What is it? Kua. That's the one. Kualoa.
And they've got like a smoking section, non-smoking section, dinosaur section,
Oh,
non-dinosaur
it's just amazing
section.
because you can see where all the set, they leave parts of the set there and part of the dinosaurs and all that, but very good. So that's all happening. So what's happening with the new one? It's out now, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, Jurassic Park Dominion.
I think it's on Foxtel already for 28
yes,
bucks or
yeah, you
something.
can buy the premiere access, which I did, which was a mistake.
Not worth it?
No.
Do you reckon that first, second, third, fourth was okay and then fifth and sixth and seventh?
I think it was the first one was really good, and then it was just this slow decline into
It's the
extinction.
concept was good and then they kill it
they
because
kill
it's
it.
overdone.
And also, there's hardly any dinosaurs in it except for the actors.
I agree. No, that's fair enough. What else we got to talk about?
Channel 7 making moves to snatch the Logies.
I didn't even realise Channel 7 was still in business. I thought they'd gone down. But no, look, the Logies, as I was saying to you,
Highly rated.
Just came back.
885,000 viewers this year.
they used to get over 1 million, but I think
Yes.
with the COVID, the virus pandemic, the Logies sort of disappeared for a couple of years, remember? And they
Julia
are
Morris
back. Look,
there.
I love Julia Morris as the host. Carl Stefanovic, of course, that's when he was sober. But look, they have a lot of fun. The Logies were wonderful. I must admit, I don't know about you, I've watched a lot of the Logies in my time. They were boring. And I think they're boring because a lot of the TV shows now are young people's TV
Right.
and reality TV.
Yes.
And I don't know any of the people anymore.
Right, there's no
Gone are the
more.
people
The
from
network
Prisoner
stars.
and Neighbours. And I was really disappointed. They didn't even do a special on Neighbours on the Logies. So what have you got to tell us about this?
Well, I just think it's sort of like, I'm someone who thinks the Logies is like most of these award ceremonies. It's a bunch of rich people giving each other gold.
It's all done by votes and people can stay up all night and vote. I think you can only vote once now, but you just get all your mates to vote, I guess.
It's basically just trying to get the rights because they want more ratings, so it's not
So-
actually motivated by any kind of thing.
I hope 7 does get it because
Yeah.
I hope the success comes to them like they got The Voice, Farmer Wants a Wife. All of those shows have not rated on 7 and I hope they take everything 9 used to have. But
and it
no,
has a
look,
fun
good luck to
spin
them.
on it. Like
I
Farmer
have to
gets
say,
the life.
at least they're doing local production. At least they're doing Australian.
True.
A lot
Well, we
of
need to
stuff.
keep all these people employed because there's nothing else they can do.
Exactly. I think, look, good on 7 for wanting to take the Logies and good luck to them, maybe next year.
Fingers crossed, Fred.
What else have we got?
Chris and Luke Hemsworth are bringing back, speaking of Jurassic Park, they're trying to bring back the Tasmanian tiger.
Why?
So these are the two eldest brothers, Luke and Chris, there.
Yep.
And, when they're not being famous celebrities,
When they're not Thor.
actors, Thor, whatever Luke plays, they want to bring back the Tasmanian tiger. So they've invested in a company called Colossal Biosciences,
Yeah.
a research team to access the DNA editing technology to actually bring back the Tasmanian
That's a
tiger.
good thing for us here in Australia.
I think it's nice to think, though, that anything's possible as long as you have like a symmetrical face and like
How
a
would they
violent
do it? They'd have to
anabolic
get involved in the
steroids.
breeding and all that type of thing and try and get the same genetics.
Well, if you add some of their genes, which keep them looking young forever,
Yeah. And there's a third brother, isn't there? Liam. We had a bit of...
and soon a range of tigers, designer tigers.
Will they be named after them, do you reckon?
Yes, what are we thinking? Brett Hemsworth? That feels right.
Now, you would think people like them would have so much more to do with their life, like travel or maybe buy a lot more property or invest in acting. And
I
not
just think
as
it's
in-
nice because usually celebrities are doing stupid stuff like releasing water bottles. They're, bringing back extinct animals.
I agree. What else have we got today?
We've got My Kitchen Rules taking out the top spot in the TV ratings.
Well done. It's about time 7 won something. It's a shame. I actually don't watch any of the cooking shows. Even
Nigella Lawson was on this
MasterChef.
one, though.
I saw that, and they all complained when she left. And
Yeah,
they brought
because
in
they brought Matt
the guy
Preston.
from Masked Singer.
MasterChef and Masked Singer, I guess you could say that. It's funny, the two MasterChef judges, except, Gary Columbaris.
Look, I think personally they're great talent. I think 10 did the right thing getting rid of them because basically they were getting paid over $1 million.
Yes.
And when the negotiations came along, they wanted more. 10 got rid of them, and now they're not paying those judges any more than $200,000.
I know, look at them. The poor things have to turn to houses just to get food.
Yeah, and you know what? They're getting the million viewers on MasterChef, so they're happy with their new judges. The public obviously love who they are.
Yes.
And I think congratulations to Matt Preston and the other guy. What's his name that's in there now? Pete. Is it Peter?
Gary Meenan?
Oh, Gary, that's
Yeah.
right. Look, I think they're both great talents.
Yeah.
And good luck to Seven
They're
making local television.
And with Nigella Lawson. Have you ever heard her say microwave?
No.
Have you seen that clip?
Tell me
She
how
calls
she
it
says it.
microwave.
Microwave.
Macaroni in a pot.
She can say, but she can.
Oh, she can do anything.
Look, I love her as a cook. I think she's a fantastic, not just a cook, she's a great presenter as well.
Yes, that's
She's got a
the
magic
secret
of being-
sauce.
Correct. What else have we got?
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, the wedding. It's
they're
this
getting
weekend.
married.
It's happening right now.
How many years did they deny anything was going on?
Oh,
now?
well, they were initially engaged.
Yeah,
but I
there
always
they
say,
are.
like, fifth time's the charm when it comes to a wedding.
Oh,
and
good
it's
luck to
really
them.
nice. But do you know what's going to suck at a Jennifer Lopez wedding?
She has to clean up? Oh.
The music. Let's be
Why? She'll probably have J-Lo singing in the background.
real.
Ooh, I want to dance with somebody.
That's not J-Lo.
No, I know. but she should sing that song because I think she's got the voice for it. Look, congratulations. Do we know when they're getting married? Do you have the
Today,
date?
right now.
Now?
happening today.
Okay, we've got to go.
Why do you think I'm dressed this way, Fred?
Oh, thank
I'm
you,
going to
Ray.
hop on a private jet, just
Can
like
we just
Lachlan
say, I know
Murdoch.
she'll be watching. Congratulations to
Yes,
J-Lo and
J-Lo.
Ben Affleck.
Our
And we-
good friends.
Oh, they are our
Ben
good
and
friends.
Jay.
Couldn't make the wedding, as you know, we're working at the moment, but thank you for inviting
Oh,
us.
thank you so much for our invite and the gift bag.
So have you got anything else happening, but like Home in WA?
Home in WA, of course, filming up a storm.
When can we watch it? Do you know the time?
Sundays.
Sunday afternoons.
Sundays
Check out your
afternoons.
guides. You'll
Channel
see
7.
this man and maybe Nisha and also maybe Chris
as well,
Smollett
yeah.
as well. All our crew
That's how
on
we do it.
Home in
Home in
WA.
WA.
Because when you see Alex, you're always home in WA.
I'm
Well
always
done.
home in WA.
Mate, do you like exercise? Because I know I've seen some of your Instagram.
Do I like
And
exercise?
Toktik,
I
whatever
do.
it's called.
My Toktik,
And you
yes.
do a bit of weightlifting.
Yes, my goal is to bench 140 kilos.
Well, we've got the ladies here from Club Fiesta.
Really?
And they're going to show us a little bit of Latin dancing. So without further ado, here's Hala.
Thank you, Fred. Hi, everyone. My name is Hala, and I'm from Club Fiesta. And today we're going to be doing a Latin segment. I would like everyone at home to join me, so please make sure you get up, join us wherever you're at home or you're up. We're at work. He'd love you to come and join me. We're going to be doing a little bit of salsa, a little bit of Latin. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you guys can join us. I've got the team with me today. I've got the lovely Chi-Chi, the lovely Tash, the lovely Debs, I'm going to say the lovelies again, the lovely Taylor, and the lovely Christine with me today. Are you ready to get nice and warm and dance with us? Let's go, roll the music. Here we go. We're going to clap. Woo! Oh, yeah. Salsa, side to side, 4 taps to the front. Take it easy. Beautiful. Add a little shimmy, why not? Beautiful. It's all about the hips. That's it, one more. All right, a little bit more salsa. Here we go. You. Nice shimmy, guys. Nice hips. 2 more. Beautiful. And then 1 more. All right, check this out. We got 2 steps each side. Right leg back, left leg back. Let's do it again. Oh yeah, nice. Just dance. All right, we're gonna throw your arms. Throw it, throw it. 1 more. Hep, hep, hep. Salsa. Show me that shimmy. Beautiful. Just have fun. Are you doing with us? Oh yeah. 1 more. Then we're gonna take it to the back. Back salsa. Show me those beautiful hips. Oh yeah. 1 more and freeze. 2 steps. Here we go. Give me more arms. More hips. That's it. Again. Throw your arms again. Boom. Yes. Da, da, da. Yeah. And then, shall we do a little bit more? Yes, I see you. You. Shoulders. Hips. Stay with us a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You ready? 2 steps. Oh, don't go yet. Do it again. We got one more, let's go. Nice. We're gonna stay with the back salsa. You ready, gals? Oh yeah. You're gonna throw your arms. Throw it. Do it again. Salsa. 4 taps. I know you're doing it with us. Uh-oh. One more. All right, you get ready to come and see us? Let's go. Boom. Take it back. Do it again. Up. Take it into the streets. Let's go. One more. Watch this. Hey, hey. Whoop, whoop. We're gonna step and reach. Now wind it here. One clap. Boom. Whoop, whoop. Can't help it. Here we go. Now bring it down here, wave, and then go touch it. Do it again. Beautiful. Other side. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. One more. That's it. Let's go. Take it back. Oh yeah. Hup. Give me more. Woo! More energy, girls. Come on. Yes. You ready? Hey, hey. Ooh, ooh. Yes. Ooh, ooh. Hey, hey. One more. Reach. Now you're gonna show me more hips to the side. 4. Love those circles. Other side. Nice. Come again. All right, we're gonna do one more time from the top. You ready? Here we go. Hey, hey. Reach it. In the party with us, Club Fiesta. At the Couch TV. Let's go. All right, come on down. Yes. I know you're doing with us from home or from your work. Other side. Whoop, whoop. Hey, hey. One more. That's it. I see you. One more. Step. You should be nice and warm. Yeah. Let's go. One more time. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much, friends, for having us. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Latin. If you want to join us or if you want to try out any Club Fiesta classes all around Australia, head to our website, clubfiesta.com.au. And also, if you're interested in becoming an instructor, you can come to our workshop, which is on the 25th of September. It's a Sunday. It's going to be at Good Life Cannington. Check out our website again. All the details are there. Would love to have you on board and you can join our amazing tribe. Thank you so much again for having us. Back to you, Fred.
Oh, it's got me in the mood to dance, and also our good friend here, Alexander Sacosta, dancing as well. Thank you very much, Hala and ladies. I will see you at a month's time. We'll be back with more of The Couch right after this, talking RSPCA with Louise Rowe. Stay around.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome back to the couch. It's always nice to have a regular guest from the RSPCA in, and lots is happening over there, celebrating their 130th birthday. This lady's not 130. She hasn't been here that long, unless she looks really good. Louise Rowe, it is always a fantastic thing to see you and catch up with you. I know you used to live up the road from my sister. And,
I did.
And I found out you were there and we caught up. Every so often we see each other. And my days go back to the 6PR days with us. And you never know, there's a vacancy there for breakfast. Would you ever, can I ask you before Nisha talks here, would you ever consider going back into radio one day?
Look, never say never. I like having rescue dogs in my office every day now, though, so I don't know if I could have rescue dogs in the 6PR studio every day.
We could introduce a new style of show with cats and dogs in the studio. Welcome back, and Nisha, thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Fred. And yeah, Louise, thank you so much for coming on the couch.
Thanks for having me. It's fantastic.
And like Fred mentioned, you've had quite a colourful career to date. You've been in the broadcast industry for many years, and now you're an NFP. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, your journey to the role you're in now, which, by the way, is the Executive Manager of Marketing, Media and PR at the RSPCA.
Yeah, so it has been a bit of a shift, I guess. Started my career in broadcasting, predominantly in radio, as Fred said. A lot of time at 6PR and 96 FM mostly. And then I moved into the world of government. Just as the kids got older, it was pretty tricky to juggle breakfast radio and raise a family and everything. So I spent about 12 years working for different government departments and really, really enjoyed that and had some amazing experiences there as well. And then kids grew up and moved out of home, and I guess, you get a few more choices when you're not paying private school fees. So I had a bit of a rethink about the career and just wanted to do something a bit more altruistic. So started to look at the not-for-profit world, and RSPCA WA is my second not-for-profit job and thoroughly enjoy it.
Fantastic. And you're here in this golden period, 130th birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you. It's kind of hard to imagine, isn't it? We're a relatively young state, so for an organisation to reach the 130-year milestone is quite an achievement, and one that we're really proud of. We're one of the oldest organisations in Western Australia.
That's wonderful, and I believe there's quite a story behind the start of RSPCA. Would you like to share that?
Yeah, it's kind of like the From Little Things, Big Things Grow. There was a group of women that used to meet regularly for a reading circle on St George's Terrace, and they were quite concerned about the way that horses were being treated, that they saw up and down the terrace, the working horses, and so they decided to start a society for the protection of cruelty to animals, and one of the women in that reading circle was actually Edith Cowan.
Yeah, did not know that. That's amazing, isn't it?
And membership was $1 shilling.
Wow.
And so it grew from there back in 1892. And another really interesting fact about us is that RSPCA WA was the very first organisation outside of the UK to be given royal assent, so to be able to use the royal in their name. So that's quite a coup as well.
Yeah, and great credit to the organisation.
Yeah.
Talk to us a bit about what the RSPCA WA has been up to lately, particularly the community action days, because they're exciting.
Well, I'm sure that a lot of people watching will have seen in the news recently that every single shelter in Western Australia is just full to the brim, just overrun, which is, it is a pretty sad state of affairs, and it's for a few reasons, but we can put a lot of it down to the rental crisis, people finding it very hard to find a rental property at all, let alone a rental property where you can have pets, and also cost of living is really starting to bite for people as well. So shelters are being overrun. And there are a few things that we try and do to try and counter that. And one of those is our community action days. So we hold those on average around once a month. And what they are is people can come along, bring their dogs, get free health checks, free microchipping, free worming and flea treatments, and also lots of advice, free food as well, and also you can get those things for free food and everything for your cats as well.
So just another way RSPCA WA is giving back as well. Talk to us a bit about the pet sterilisation program, because this is a great initiative.
Yeah, we're really excited about this one. So it's state government funded. We're actually in the pilot phase of the program. It's brand new. It just kicked off this financial year. It's only been going a couple of months. And what that is for concession card holders, they can receive 75% off the cost of sterilising and microchipping their dog or their cat. And obviously that's, a way that we're trying to reduce the number of unwanted puppies and kittens that are out there.
Yeah, and so a lot of proactive programs, but of course all of your costs during the year, I think you mentioned earlier off air, 90% are covered by the kind donations from the public.
Yeah, so the vast majority of what it costs us to run is actually through donations, just really generous people. We're so very grateful. Western Australia is a state full of animal lovers, and it does show, but yeah, we do rely very heavily on donations.
So how can people, as well as giving donations, are there other ways they can get involved?
Yeah, so one of the things that just always overwhelms me and is so touching is people that choose to leave a legacy and they want their care and love of animals to continue after they've passed, and they leave us a bequest. That's an amazing thing that people can do.
It's very wonderful. And, I think the other thing that you hear about is foster care too, right? Which I think we'll talk about on another segment too, because there's so much in that space, but it must be wonderful.
We are always in desperate need of foster carers. So at the moment, we have around 280 animals in our care, and 150 of those are actually on foster. And it's so much better for the animals to be in a home environment, being just loved and, that regular routine and having a bed in front of the heater or whatever it may be. So if people are interested in fostering or, interested in anything that I've spoken about today, all the info's on our website.
Wonderful. And the website there, which are popping up on screen, is rspca.asn.au. Sorry, my eyes started to tweak then.
That's actually not quite. It's rspcawa.org.au.
Yeah, okay,
that's an old one.
Okay, rspcawa.org.au. That is the correct website. Apologies.
Yep.
So important, go on there, have the conversation. If you're thinking about fostering a pet, that's a very good thing to be able to do. But Louise, a friend of the couch, thank you so much.
Thank
I hope to see you every month from now on.
Be great. I'll bring in a dog for you next time.
Yay, our furry friends. Now, of course, you missed any of that, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page as well. But it's back to you now, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Louise. Always nice to see Louise in the studio. Nice to have her back on TV as well. Can I just say as well, rspca.asn.au is the correct website, and we'll put that up on the screen very soon so we don't confuse anyone. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And can I say as well, thank you for giving us those stats too, Nisha, on there's so many animals now because of cost of living, people are just handing them in to different shelters, etc. So it's not a good thing. Blankets, food, if you can donate to the RSPCA, money, please do it. We'll catch you next week. Thanks to all the crew. Have a wonderful week, Australia. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.